Not even a touch. I know why they're holding on to little Luke, because I would definitely want to take him home. But they are back later on to bring us some more exciting exercises. I'll tell you what else is exciting and also really informative. The Cancer Association of South Africa, better known as CANSA, want us to imagine a world without cancer, and also the fact that cancer can be beaten. We know that cancer helps cancer victims with the unique integrated services by spreading the message of hope and survival to people that's affected or that have cancer. And August the 1st kicked off with CANSA Care Week, which will run until Thursday the 7th. And it's aimed at highlighting the importance of the role of caregivers specifically, and also the fight against cancer. Now with me here this morning is Michelle Hill. She's a team coordinator at CANSA Aikenhof Care Home in the Western Cape to talk about CANSA Care Week. Michelle, welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much.
It's something that I'm very passionate about. I'm a cancer ambassador. I also know the role of caregivers and people that gives up their time to make sure that everyone is okay. I always say that everyone is affected by it. We know someone who has it, or we have it ourselves. First, take me through it. Why a whole week dedicated to our cancer caregivers specifically?
This year for CANSA Care Week, we really want to focus on the caregiver because they play such an important role of the cancer survivor. You know, it's not often that they choose to become a caregiver, and also we find that throughout this time when they care for a patient, they often experience compassion fatigue, where they neglect themselves, and then in the end it affects them, how they care for the cancer patient, and that is caregivers burnout that they experience. And we really want to change this. We want to say, we are there for you. We know that it's important for you to take care of your own well-being as a caregiver in order for you to take care of the cancer survivor. So that's why we're focusing this week on cancer caregiver.
I always say that people who are in that position, they don't just do a little bit of giving back or 67 minutes like we talk about at Mandela Day, you know. They do something that's beyond. But the work that caregivers do on a daily basis, it literally goes beyond just caregiving, you know. Depending on the type of cancer, can you elaborate? Can you tell us more about what the role is of a caregiver? What do they do on a daily basis?
It varies really, because it depends on where they start their caregiving for or start caring for the cancer survivor. It starts from the time when the patient is, or the cancer survivor is being diagnosed, through the treatment, and then obviously the journey in survivorship. So it can be very physically exhausting as well as emotionally draining. So, you know, sometimes the role is not just as a caregiver, but also as a provider. You even have siblings who take care of other siblings because, you know, they are there during the day. And even if you have a single a mother who's been diagnosed with cancer, the child becomes the caregiver as well. So it's very exhausting, and that's why it's very important for the caregiver to take care of themselves also.
As you're talking, Michelle, I know of so many examples. If you just tuned in, we're talking about cancer caregivers, and specifically this week dedicated to you and to them, if we can call it that. Any advice for people who are busy caring for someone who is a survivor or knows someone who is suffering from cancer?
Yeah, there's a few things that we need to consider, or that a caregiver should do. Always look after yourself, you know, because if you can't take care of yourself, how can you take care of others?
Yeah.
Find the support. There are so many caregivers out there who's in similar situations and would like to talk and express their feelings about how they're feeling. If you can't find a caregiver who's also in the same situation, find a friend that you can talk to and really express it. Also, know the signs of burnout, anxiety, frustration, irritability, and take care of that as well. Take time out. Spend time with your friends and family, and also to look after yourself. Eat healthy, sleep enough, and also exercise. You know, it's very difficult to look after a cancer survivor, but you need to take care of yourself and stay positive. Because if you have a positive approach, then you can take on anything.
And the advice that Michelle's giving, I guess, is for everyone on a daily basis in our lives. CANSA also created something to emphasize cancer survivorship. Tell me about that, Relay for Life and the national project.
Yeah, the Cancer Relay for Life is quite a fun-filled event. It's an event where the caregiver and obviously the cancer survivor can get involved in the Cancer Association so that they can get the recognition for what they are doing. It's a volunteer-driven event, and it's community-owned, which means that the community come together to fight, teams come together, and they fight for cancer by raising awareness and also raising funds for the Cancer Association. So, and the event kicks off with a survivors lab, where we honor and salute and celebrate the cancer survivor. And then it follows with a caregivers lab, where we also honor the caregivers for caring for the cancer survivor. And it's an overnight event, like I said, and it's fun-filled. And we would like every community to stand together and fight this disease.
Definitely. We're fighting this disease. Michelle in our studio. If you want to find out more, cansa.org.za. There's their details. And also follow them on Twitter. It's always nice to see your tweets coming through at CANSA. So CANSA. And that is their Twitter handle. Thank you so much for joining us,
Thank you for
Michelle.
this opportunity.
Well, it is an exciting morning in our Feel Good Breakfast studio. There's bands warming up. There's a little buzz. And there's also Leigh-Anne on the other side. What's happening, girl?